Hi, how are you? In this video, we are talking about a base identification and how you can 3-star at Town Hall 11. All of that's getting started right now. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Nemo. Welcome to another video. Today, you and I are going to be talking about some really awesome stuff. We're going to be talking about Town Hall 11. Town Hall 11 base identification. We're going to look at two hits on the same base and take a different way of thinking. One of them is mine, one of them from somebody else, and we're going to take a look at how you can do that. We're going to identify some bases. I'm going to show you some of the thinking behind my own attacks and how I plan them and etc. And then we're going to look at a different way of somebody else attacking the same base with a completely different strategy. That's right, base identification is key to obviously when you're trying to 3-star. So today we're going to take a look at that. Let's get started. Let's get going right away, not waste any more time. Where are we? We are in Hua. That's right, one of my favorite clans. That's right, it's ran by Red Hot Queen, Blurry, and a whole bunch of other people. There's so many awesome people in this clan. If you want to make sure to check them out, let me give you a clan right here. There's their clan tag, and make sure to go to their Discord and apply if you want to come check them out. They're awesome, and this is where we are today. We're in a 50v50 war that they're hosting. That yours truly is in. That's right, I took a hit on one of the bases, and so did one of our clanmates, and we tripled them, right? So there was this one right here, the 17 and 18. Ooh, there's a live hit right now going on. I'm live in the war. It's still going on. This is crazy. I love this. So same base, 18 and 17. So let's take a look at my hit first. So let's look at the base first, of course. So what is this base? It's actually a pretty decent base. It's not bad. I was looking at it before. I said, all right, let me look at this, see how I can hit it. I said right away, I said, okay, I'm gonna do a P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat. One thing is I'm pretty particular with P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat. I love P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat. I love P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat. P.E.K.K.A. Smash is very nice too. I love that. There are many different attacks I like to use at Town Hall 11, but lately I've been smashing with P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat. So that's what I'm gonna use. I said, okay, how am I gonna use that? Well, I need to make sure that when you're doing a P.E.K.K.A. Bowbat, you want to make sure that your entry is correct, right? You want to make sure that you use a nice funnel, and then when you funnel, you want to make sure that you come in. Anywhere that you're coming in, you want to make sure you get out the wizard towers or multi-infernos and things like that, because your bats cannot withstand them. You have a couple of free spells that you can bring with you to slow down the other defenses, like the multi-infernos or whatever, but really, realistically, you want to try to take out as many multi-infernos and as many wizard towers as you possibly can on entry. And obviously, if you're gonna use a wall wrecker, you can use a stolen slimer as well. I've seen that, and a blimp, that'll work too. But really, a wall wrecker works pretty well here because it kind of breaks through the wall, allows my P.E.K.K.A.s to go in behind the heroes and the bowlers and the healers and everything else into this one big, massive smash squad. Smash squad, yeah. I suppose, and it works really well, right? So, and then that's what you want to do, because the bats at the end can really take out anything else as long as you can get those key defenses out. So I looked at that, I said, okay, that is going to be 2 right here, and then a multi-inferno, not bad. I also said, okay, I'm going to start using a different type of configuration. I'm not going to use E-dragons over here. I'm going to use maybe 1 E-dragon and then a P.E.K.K.A. somewhere else, like, so I basically can funnel all of this in, right? I'm going to make sure that one of the things is you want to make sure you maximize on the amount of troops they use for cleanups. You do not want to waste any. At 11, P.E.K.K.A. Smash at 11 is kind of difficult to use. You got to make sure you don't have that many troops. Because it's just not enough, so you want to make sure that you, like with the wizards and whatever else you clean up, if you're going to be using that, you got to path your troops in and all that. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do that, right? If I do the funnel and I decide to come in from this side and push into the base, I can bat bomb this section right here, this multi-inferno section, right? If I push from this side into the base and I send in the wall record this way, right, because it's opposite of the town hall, so I know that the wall record will just smash through these 2 walls, get to over here. I can use a jump in this section because I need to get to this. You got to make sure that you get the eagle artillery out, right? So if I want to come in on the opposite side of the eagle artillery, I'm going to definitely make sure that I have a jump into that section, so my whatever goes in there, right? So it's very important to do that. I also know that I'm going to be bombing this section versus using a bat wave. Everybody knows what that is, right? A bat wave is something you would start from the side, like from top of my head, that would just flow and get into, let's say, the first air defense or the first defense, right, and get it down. That's a bat wave. But what you can do is you can drop the bats exactly on a specific defense, like let's say this multi-inferno. You first would want to, of course, freeze it, and then you would drop all of your bats on it. Most of the time you have to freeze it again. Most of the time, 1 or 2 seconds of that multi-inferno will rip apart all your bats. It's very important. So I know I'm going to do that as well. That's kind of being like my secondary. And as far as the cleanup and everything, even before the cleanup, I said as far as the entry, I'm going to use a wizard right here. I know that because if you look at this, there's not a lot of coverage between this building and this building on top of me, right? So if I use a wizard first to clean this out and then this out, then I can put a P.E.K.K.A down right here and basically get the attention of these defenses while the wizard's still behind cleaning, to ensure that my P.E.K.K.A goes down this way. I want the P.E.K.K.A to go south. It's very important for me, for the P.E.K.K.A to go down south. You want to have the P.E.K.K.A meet with the rest of your kill squad into the base. So that's very important. On the other side, right, you can use a baby dragon, you can use an electro dragon. The key here, of course, is to make sure that there's no any kind of air bombs and things like that. So I'm going to use like a 1 minion to test and make sure that the E-Dragon is not going to have any kind of mines or whatever, and then I'm going to send the E-Dragon in. The E-Dragon right here is going to rip this section apart, provide really good value for me. It's going to take all this out and make sure that whatever P.E.K.K.As I send this way are going to go, you know, towards the center. And then the wall wrecker's in, gets into the base. I'm going to jump somewhere over here. I'm going to rage somewhere over here into the base, and then I'm going to bat bomb this multi-inferno right here. As far as the rest of my freezes, I'm probably going to have to end up using 2 freezes right over here on this multi-inferno, and then the last freeze probably right over here on that wizard tower. Hopefully my bats take out the eagle artillery or my queen, something like that. But I think that is going to be enough to kind of take out the rest of the base. The bats do really well if you can do that, right? So I obviously did that. That was my plan. That was my base identification sort of towards this base. Now, well, let me know down below what you think about that. Is that the way you would attack this base? How would you attack this base? Do you have a different configuration you would think of? Like, how would you smash this base? Let me know down below. I would love to hear your own thoughts on it. All right, so here we are, right? We talked about it. I told you all about my thinking, what I'm going to do, and that was my stuff. That was my way of identifying this base. That's what I thought about it, and right now let's look at the hit and see how I did it, right? And that's what we're here to do, base identification, and then we'll look at the hit. So I said, okay, here we are. Take a breather. There's my wizard. Notice I put him right over here. I'm waiting, right, because this archer tower is going to start shooting at it, so I'm waiting for them to clean this side because I want the P.E.K.K.A to go this way. Started with the P.E.K.K.A to make sure that it does that. This wizard takes out this right here, this building, which will break the funnel and make sure the P.E.K.K.A goes this way. That's it. I don't care about the wizard at this point. I'm good to go. Notice, now I'm going to pause it for a second. Right here, it is cleaned up. It is free. Now this P.E.K.K.A is going to just go this way. That's what I want him to do, because I'm going to send the wall wrecker this way. We want to make sure everything goes in, right? So that's where I'm going with that. Now the electro dragon, notice on the other side. Now I did do you missed this. There's a little minion right here to make sure that there's no mines and things like that, and then the electro dragon goes. So let's go and take a look. The electro dragon is going to provide massive value here. It just needs to break the funnel for me. It did. Right here, the funnel is broken, so I start with the P.E.K.K.A. Notice the P.E.K.K.A is going in with the wizard behind. So there's a wizard and a P.E.K.K.A, and then we're going in with the main, wall wrecker right into the base with the P.E.K.K.A and the wall. As soon as that's broken, I'm sending in the rest of the bowlers, the healers, and the Grand Warden into the base. Everything is in. I'm raging it, right? I'm raging it, and I'm making sure that I'm going to send my jumping way out this way so everything has access into the base. As soon as that happened, I realized, all right, I'm good to go. I know everything's going in. I'm popping the Grand Warden to make sure it saves my second hit. I'm freezing the Inferno, and then I'm going to bad bomb it and get it ready to go. So I'm bad bombing the Inferno. I use the second freeze on it to make sure it goes. That's it. So at this point, everything is in, right? All of my stuff is good. I'm saving my one. Pause this for a second. The first part of the base is completely destroyed. It's ready to go. I have one wizard left. That's for cleanup. I have my queen pop left. Normally I save that for like EA or something else, right? And then I have my one freeze spell. My one freeze spell is for this guy right here. It is for that wizard tower. Why? Because my bats won't survive if I don't have one. So that's why I saved it for. So here we go. The rest of the bats are going. They do take out the eagle artillery, which is awesome, right? And they help with a bunch of other stuff. So I use my freeze. I wish I had another one. I don't. If I did, my bats would have survived a little bit longer, which would have been provided me a bit more value, and then I would have smashed the base a little more. But they end up dying. No big deal, as you notice at this point, because this attacker is so small, so strong, and so OP. There's not much of the base left, right? There's still some bats flying around, if you notice. There's not much of the base left. I still have 3 packers. I have all the bowlers. I have all of my heroes. I have the healers behind. I have some of the Valks left as well. I mean, this is literally, this is unstoppable. There's no way to stop the rest of this attack. And with the healers being behind, if healing anything that's being damaged, it's a fantastic way to finish up a base. Even if you do have this wizard, this expo right over there, it's so far it doesn't really matter. With so many packers, with so many heroes, and the bowlers behind, I'm just gonna smash through this base. It's really good. It's actually, if you set it up right, if you have the right entry, if you use the right base identification, you can take out almost any base with this attack. Just gotta make sure that you get the right key opponents and entry points into it, and gotta make sure that you're careful with the bats, because one swipe from the wizard tower or in multi-inferno, something like that, your bats are gonna die. So as soon as the bats are deployed, you're literally nursing them. But it works really well if you do the right base identification and you attack the way I did. I did it in stages. If you notice, I did it like in stages, bang, 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 put them all in, and then you just sit back and watch. And that's what I did. I love this attack. I hope you like it too. I hope you see my thinking behind it and now understand like why Nemo attacks it this way, and kind of maybe do your own base identification to this, to a base like that, and think, hey, what can I do? How can I peck a Bobat this with the same type of thinking? Well, how about this? How can you do another attack? Isn't there a different way you can smash this base? Well, guess what? There is a different way you can smash this base. Now, let's go to back to the war. We're back to the war, and let's take a look at this one right here. So notice it's actually the exact same base. This is the exact same base, it's just a different. I don't know why people run the exact same base in war, but they're 17 and 18 are the same. So I'm thinking, okay, there's somebody else who's gonna run an attack, but guess what? They thought a completely different strategy. They're gonna go in a different way. They have bowlers, they have witches, they have some baby dragons, they have basically a queen walk going on. We have one jump, we have some rages, some freezes. Wow, it's pretty cool. I like this attack. So let's check it out. Let's see what they did to the same attack. What kind of a way did they decide to go? They have a completely different brain, and I love watching these. I love watching somebody else take a different approach and rip a base apart and show me like, hey, Nemo, you could have done it this way. Well, here we are. So 2 baby dragons right here from the bottom. That is done to establish a funnel, to clean up, to get going. They broke this baby up right here. Why are we doing that? Because we're gonna go in this way. So they are basically establishing a funnel for their queen walk right from this side. One loon, that's a cocoa loon, that's done to draw out any mines like this one right here, as you notice. And the queen walk is on her way. He wants to make sure that she's going this way, obviously. He's going to be establishing a funnel. He's going to be waiting, he or she, I'm sorry, they're going to be waiting to see what happens. Okay, the queen's going towards the north. It's time to send a couple of minions up this way and start creating a funnel, right? Because we're going to come in with the bowlers and the witches and everything else. With the wall wrecker, notice, right across from the town hall, get the most value. It's going to smash right in this way. And then you can notice the witches and the bowlers behind getting ready. And then Grand Warden, witches, and the whole party behind everything. And what they're doing here is making sure that everything is actually going into the base versus walking around. This is a really awesome funnel. That's really what it is. Everything goes behind the wall wrecker and into the base. The bowlers are right there behind. Everything's getting smashed. Really nice work so far. It works really well. A deep jump into the base to make sure they have access to the multi-inferno and the last compartment over there with the second inferno and the wizard. Whole bunch of expos and stuff like that. That's where that jump leads, and it does get the queen in there, which is nice against the king. The top of the base is being completely and absolutely ripped apart by the bowlers, the witches, and then the packers, right? And then the queen is doing the rest of the cleanup into the center of the base. This is working really well. You still got a freeze left behind, so I mean, wow, I never thought of it this way. It's pretty cool. Notice completely 2 different ways of attacking the same base and smashing it. It didn't matter, right? They used a different configuration, different different troops. They didn't use no bats. Still works really well. I like that. I didn't think about this at all when I was planning this, and I love that they use a completely different strategy than me. What do you think? Which one do you like better? Do you like to pack a bow bat that I use to smash this base, or do you like this attack right here? Both of them work, both of them are really effective, and both of them are actually really beautiful. I mean, still got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 witches left, a whole bunch of bowlers, there's 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, right? We still got the queen almost full health, they got the Grand Warden up there at full health, and this smashed bases are awesome. Smashed, nice. I love this attack. Really nice work. Ladies and gentlemen, I just showed you 2 different ways that you can attack the same base, 2 different attack strategies, 2 different ways of thinking, 2 different troops configurations, and so on. This is what base identification is all about. You can look at one type of base and look at it one way and attack it with specific configuration, and take specific key weaknesses of the base and take advantage of them, or you can completely turn it around and go completely different ways and still smash the base. Works really well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, folks. I have so many more exciting things like this coming for you. I hope you stay tuned and check out this video right here. This is a really awesome one, and I will see you there.